And welcome to the Dawg Chug. I'm your host, Ed in Columbus tonight because our fearless leader, I don't know if he's that fearless, but Andy Manchin is off on assignment tonight. And I will say one thing, happy birthday to his lovely wife, Heather. And Heather, I have a special present for you tonight. This is an actual Dawg Chug episode that you can actually watch because Andy's not on it. So happy birthday, Heather. And so that's all I got. So, and like I said,
happy birthday, Heather. Absolutely.
Scripted tonight, unscripted, because you know what? I wanted to do something extra. Honestly, Jay, the reason why I'm unscripted is I just wanted to fit in with the rest of these clowns on the show and do nothing tonight. So that's why we're here. I got co-host Sherry, co-host Jay. We got Roger. Roger, what's going on tonight?
Man, not much, buddy. I love the unscripted thing. You're right. We don't do anything. You work your ass off. You need a break, So I think if we would let you, you would do 60 minutes of bits, and you would write them every week, and you would come out and you would bust your ass every week for these people, and they don't appreciate you, Ed. They don't appreciate it. I'll tell you what. Let's talk about last night. I had a blast on the Real Squad Pod anniversary. I was on there with James. We were talking some Guardian, but the whole show. Ed, you were on. Sherry, you were on. Well, you were the homeless guy, the off-ramp bum wasn't on, but he watched. So that was a great time. You know what? This is what I was thinking about with that. We've known each other now, and for 3 years we've known them, and we're coming up on doing 4 years, and just the people that you meet on here, there's your idiots, there's your morons, your anonymous morons, and then there's people that become friends. You know what I mean? And part of your life. And those two, fit that criteria, and they're part of our family, like ADJ and Sherry, here at Dawg Chug. And it was a great time. They do an awesome job.
Nice. Sherry, co-host Sherry, We'll go to you next. Ladies first over you, Jay. We'll get to Pittsburgh Jay in a minute, but we'll start with Sherry.
That's right. I forgot he's a Yinzer. My God, I have to deal with them all the time, every holidays. In-laws, Yinzer in-laws, and Yins aren't so bad.
Some of us are.
That's why we got him on the show tonight.
Yeah,
but Sherry, you were squad potting it up yesterday. What did you think? What were your thoughts?
No, I was very happy to be a part of it. I am proud of my lady friends. They're killing it, keeping it going for 2 years. That's something to be proud of, especially with Lysandra having distance for the longest time, being in Colorado. And it's nice that she got to celebrate in the land, which is great, because I know for the longest time she was hoping for that, and now it's a reality, and she can wreak havoc amongst the burbs like myself, and just enjoy everything that local Cleveland has to offer, i.e. potholes, hobos, stabby hobos, shootings, lots of shootings, marauding children on dirt bikes going around. That's the new thing that's been going on this week.
Okay.
Yeah, street takeovers. Woo!
You're like reading the Metro section.
I am.
Just
That's
like reading the Metro.
local.
It's like the
I'm
Metro
so
update on Dawg Chug.
I am. Well, I'm local East Side, so my side's always a little more exciting, I would say.
You couldn't give me a house on the east side of Cleveland.
Well,
hey, there's some. I mean, as fast as they go for sale here, they are bought up like it's insane.
Well, they buy crack houses in Cleveland. Remember
that? Well, that's a little bit slightly west of me are the crack houses. Yeah.
Now, speaking of crack, that's what we got on Jay. Jay, welcome to the show. I will say one thing. Jay what's his 9th or 10th time he comes on the show. He doesn't like to admit that, he is actually friends with us, because I think I don't know if he's friends with us or everybody in Pittsburgh hates him, but welcome to the show, Jay.
I enjoy abusive relationships. It's the way I grew up. First off, I'd like to say I absolutely love this Browns girl. Like, she has great opinions, and I love the fact that she can say them without having to post a selfie from 6 feet above her head with her cleavage hanging out. So thank you very much.
I tried to don't have the right bra age for that. Nor is not my style. I'm here for like dog pictures.
Jay, what's wrong with with that?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with it.
I just want to make sure.
Say,
I mean, you like the Sydney Sweeney ad too, right? I mean, you got a problem with that, or?
I absolutely love that ad.
Okay, all right, good.
Yeah, are you kidding me? Like, come on. I look good in jeans too.
Yeah, okay, all right.
All right, so don't worry about me, Ed.
Sure.
Okay.
So listen. So I have a whole introduction. Okay. So all right, so this is the 9th or 10th time I've been on Dawg Chug, and I decided I was like, you know what? Andy's not here to give me that, that beady-eyed little look every time I try to talk, so where I feel like I can't say anything because he's going to yell at me or something. So I have free reign for a second to just be like, look, here's the Dawg Chug. So I wanted to explain to you exactly what I think about the Dawg Chug and you guys, and exactly what this whole situation is about, right? So I'm going to start off by saying the Browns were named after, I don't know, let's just say a narcissistic manager that named it after his last name, right? And sometimes I'm like, you guys decided to come up with an elf and call it Brownie, and then you came up with a dog when dogs aren't even scary, because even pit bull owners love their dogs. So it's not really like a thing. So, and even at the end of the day, it's like even your jerseys are orange, they're not even brown. So like, what is the identity, and what is it that I love about Browns fans so much that seem to annoy Yinzers so much? And I thought about it. It's like, so the only reason I'm mentioning this is that I'm not Andy, right? Like you mentioned it, yes, or on the show earlier about how he's a Nazi and probably the grandson of Paul Brown, but like I see through that shit, and I finally had the opportunity to let what do you guys call them? Brown pound, down pound, what the
dog
pound, whatever you guys call yourselves, to really know the truth behind the Dawg Chug. Right, because this is 3 years in, so yeah, 9th visit, but you probably have been on this show much more than me because I don't get to come that often. But so for what I gather is that there was this man boy named Ross who had a dream, right? He recruited a fat old plumber and a degenerate gambler to help him start a podcast, and things started out kind of good, just like a regular Browns season. And he had 1 or 2 good episodes, and then your best
probably just one, Jay. Probably just one.
But the best episode was when they invited me on for the first time, and we had, I think it was like 77 views on YouTube. That was pretty good, right? So but at the end of the day, I feel like Andy got jealous, so he decided to employ like rogue tactics, and he invited a fruity little man named Ed to take a seat with the team, right? Ed immediately started dancing and making weird videos, and somehow won the admiration of a group of like mid-Browns girls that seemed to like attract all of the horny white men of.
Oh no, not it,
not you. And so but he was so adorable that he bridged that gap for Andy and Roger and Ross to kind of fit in with his other side of the podcasting, right? But being a giant man baby that needed all of the attention, Ross was like, peace, bitches, I'm out of here. And then immediately was erased from Dawg Chug memory. Like nobody's mentioned his name until actually probably right now. This is when Andy, you're going to watch this episode and you're going to realize this. You saw your chance to turn this podcast into even more of a drunken shit show. And it was the exact moment that I knew I needed to be a part of this show forever. And it's the reason why I am here right now. Like, you guys are probably some of the most fun people I ever hung out with, even though you're wrong about 90% of the things that you say. So this show to me is exactly what the Browns represent, right? A losing franchise that sometimes have good moments, but ultimately ends in sadness and argument. A bunch of funny people that in reality have no real hope of smiling on a Sunday. And at the end of the day, your greatest ratings come when you play the Steelers and I'm on the show. So I honestly wanted you to say, rewire, unplug your Chugbot, repaint your shitty Elon car, and redesign your basement, and just accept the fact that this is my chair moving forward, and I have a space in the Dawg Chug universe forever.
Wow. You know what? I will say one thing, Jay. That was great. A lot of truths, a lot of embellishments there. But I will say one thing. Chuck, who also is asked to come on tonight. We'll see if he actually comes on. But there is something, Roger, and I think Roger can attest to this. There's something about the Dawg Chug that when we do get regular guests on, man, the entitlement that these people have, Roger. They come on and they Roger, we must be doing something right because they want some of us, Roger. They want some of us.
Right?
Yeah. But he wrote a manifesto coming at you in the most loving way
I
possible.
wish the FBI would look into some of his writings, maybe. But
because I'm a white kid, it's a manifesto.
I thought he was reading.
Just because it was
call that like a monologue or something.
It was just because it was more than a paragraph.
I thought that was your personal mission statement you were reading.
Right on.
That's what
Totally.
it sounded like.
I appreciate it, Jay. I appreciate it, Jay, because actually, honestly, Roger, earmuffs. There was more thought and more things coming into it than what the regulars bring into Dawg Chug. So I appreciate that. That was like a segment. Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
Ed, you're being unfair to me because I handed over the top 10 to you because you love to do it.
Oh, that's my love of work.
You can't do top 10 and Ed News. Yeah. Top 10's yours, Roger.
Well, we have a special.
Ed likes to do top 10s, and so I was like, okay, he enjoys them. A top 10's great for passive aggressiveness. Yeah, and Ed excels at them. Ed excels at them.
I don't like this. I don't like this camera angle, Roger, anymore. It's not the same thing.
Go back to doing them again. But you keep saying I don't do anything, and you're right.
Yeah, well, that's kind of true. But here's what we're gonna do tonight. We're unscripted tonight, like I said. But you know what? I am gonna put us to work. But first, I'm gonna put myself to work, and that's right. It's time. And you know what? We all thought it wasn't gonna happen, but it's here, not scripted. So we'll see how this goes. But this is Ed in Columbus with your Dawg Chug. Breaking news: when Texas visits Ohio State, it'll be the first time that number 1 versus number 2 play each other in week 1. Matthew McConaughey math says 2 + 1 equals all right. Shedeur Sanders starts this Friday for the Browns, and thank God it's not Dylan Gabriel, who's shorter than Brownie the Elf. They need to keep that elf on the shelf. And finally, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were in Cleveland looking for a house. I know a good realtor that can help them find a mansion. He also may be able to get an Ed in Columbus voter for the 2. And this is Ed in Columbus with your Dawg Chug. Breaking news.
Well done.
Just did the top 10.
Yeah. Jay, what your thoughts, Jay? Thoughts?
Okay, listen. You had a chance to mention Gavin Williams blowing your first no-hitter in 44 years. Right? You had a chance right there, and you skipped it. Like you must have wrote it earlier today.
Well, that's Lord Baseball's avenue.
Oh yes.
I didn't want to.
But Cleveland disappointment goes through. It goes through all sports, buddy. Like.
Well, I wanted to disappoint you with the disappointment of disappointing and not saying the disappointment. So that's kind of where I went with that one. So yeah,
you went very meta with it.
You think a struggling Braves fan would be grateful that we won?
I can't.
Swept the Mets, something that you can't do. You think
we
can't even win for that?
No,
you think you'd be grateful?
I'm out, man. This is not my year.
Well,
all right.
Well, usually we do go to our top 10, but we don't have a top 10 because we're unscripted tonight. But we do have a top 10, and the top 10 is going to be, you know what? We're going to go around the horn, and I think tonight's top 10 will be the top 10 reasons why Cleveland is better than Pittsburgh. And we will start with you, Sherry, number 10, and we'll go around. We'll go Jay next. So we'll start with you. Number 10, top 10 reasons why Cleveland is better than Pittsburgh. Number 10.
Because being an East Side dweller, and I know if I lived in Pittsburgh, I would be located in Squirrel Hill, if that gives you a little background, Yinzer. The corned beef game in Cleveland is above and beyond any chewy Three River garbage toilet corned beef you could find in Pittsburgh.
Wow. Number 9, Jay.
Cleveland is better than Pittsburgh because you guys can't win anything in 60 years yet. You still just die on the sword for your team. And Pittsburgh Steelers fans are literally the whiniest people sometimes when it comes to winning. And I enjoy your sadness. I enjoy your weakness. It actually is part of the reason why I wake up in the morning. But I respect you for no matter what, you still think that Shedeur Sanders is going to be a great quarterback.
You could have just said number 9, Pittsburgh fans. You could have just said that.
No, I had to say why Cleveland was better, and I proved that. Thank you.
Number 8 will be Cleveland is better than Pittsburgh because our children in Cleveland don't actually start smoking cigarettes until like 12. In Pittsburgh, it's like 5.
That's a fact.
Roger,
That's
number
a fact.
7.
It's vaping now.
Number
We
number
vape.
7. Number 7. Pittsburgh. Men waving yellow towels. Cleveland. Gangbangers with automatic weapons.
Okay. We're bootlegging it. Number 6.
All right. The marauding. Okay. I'm number 6, right? Okay.
Ride with 6.
Marauding children on
Ooh.
duck boats in Pittsburgh. Ridiculous. Marauding children with guns on ATVs, 4-wheelers, and dirt bikes in Cleveland. Give me that.
There
Number
it
6.
is. Wow. Hotness in Cleveland. Number 5, Jay.
I have no idea what the hell that means. But yeah, what she said. Top 5 reason Cleveland is better than Pittsburgh is because they're an hour apart, and yet the education level goes about 100 degrees opposite in just that short period of time.
Wow. Number 4, Pittsburgh invented the Big Mac, but Cleveland invented the Roman burger. Yeah, Mr. Hero. I want to sponsor. Number 3, Roger.
What's a Roman burger?
Oh my God, Jay, get off the show.
Right.
It must be so popular. I have no idea what it is. That must be amazing.
It's really good. It's really good.
Well, okay, it sounds it.
All right. Roger, you got 3 here.
Pittsburgh, conveniently located closer to nuclear test sites.
There it is.
I don't know.
There it is. Sherry, number 2.
3 Mile Island.
Notable serial killers from Pittsburgh? Question mark.
Oh.
Cleveland. We have, the torso stump killer.
Oh, yeah, torso killer. My mom always tells me about that.
Yes, and then Anthony Sowell. So we're at least 2 above. I'm sure if I had more time, I could, hit the Googles and rattle more. But that puts more excitement in the streets in Cleveland yet again.
And Jay, I am going to veto whatever the hell you're.
No, you can't veto.
I'm going to. I'm taking over. I'm a fascist. I'm a fascist taking over. And the number one reason.
We have 3. We have 3 more rivers than you have Super Bowls.
Nope. The number 1 reason is Cleveland is better than Pittsburgh because our lake is greater than your 3 rivers, and that's tonight's top 10.
Get out of here.
Get the hell out of here, Jay. I
was afraid to say. I didn't know what was going to be your number 1. I didn't want to blow it, so I was trying to pick things that you would have never said.
That's what she said.
All right. Well, you know what? I wanted to, obviously we did some bits, we're going to go into Spit, Sip, Chug a little bit later, but, I wanted to kind of get the pulse of what's going on with you guys. Jay, what is a hot button topic that you need to say? Now, I know before the show, you were getting into it on X with some people. If you want to say fuck you to people, feel free to do that. If you're going to call people out, that's fine. We always appreciate that on the Dawg Chug, but you have to name names. I always say that. Okay. Or if there's anything else that you'd like to say, Jay. Jay, this is your time.
First off, this is a great segue. You're so good at segueing, right? So I would like to say fuck you to Ed in Columbus for his his little segment 2 weeks ago or 2 shows ago where he said fuck you to me.
I did.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't respond out of, just out of just manly respect, waiting for the perfect time to say, you know what, Ed?
Get it off your chest.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Okay. Right. Like I respect you, but also, fuck you too.
Feel the healing.
And, I think that thank you. It is healing. This is good for me. I'm glad that I'm here because I've been feeling this for like 2 weeks now. Like I'm just like
wow, it's been boiling in there.
I'm in a hotel room, so I haven't been on X that much because I got promoted at work. So like, and for all you Cleveland fans, promoted at work means you have a job for a while. And then you get good at it, and then they make you do more work.
So where's your boyfriend at? Hiding in the bathroom, or where's he at?
I was actually wondering what you were doing tonight.
Oh, hey now.
Hey. So so I've been trying to lay low on like beef like that. So I haven't got anybody else to call besides you. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Sherry, what's going on with you? Want to call anybody out? Got anything that just makes you mad? You wake up, you don't like something, your neighbor's doing something. What's going on in Sherry's world?
I'm trying, I'm pretty easygoing, laid back. The thing that I found kind of a little bit annoying have been brown spaces that have been going for hours and hours at a time with the cyclical argument about Shedeur, like the team is colluding against Shedeur, and I'm like, where do people have the time and mental like energy to put this stuff together and talk about it for hours upon hours upon hours, which it didn't make any sense. I mean, I was listening to it. I mean, he's a rookie. Yeah, they're going to put him in, let him. And I'm seeing this with love. It's called a pull the Band-Aid response. Put him out there. Let's see what he can do. We're pulling the Band-Aid. If he's going to be a bargaining chip for trade, sure, right, great, good for us. Or he's going to be developed into something great. Again, yay, great, sure, wonderful for us. But for people to talk about it hour after hour, the same thing. And I'm like,
get a life.
Right. And again, to tilt my hat to the Browns, way to sell the first preseason game. I know people in Arkansas that were talking about it. So it's like incredible. People who could care less about anything Cleveland were on their radar Friday. So that, to me, way to go, Browns organization, for doing that. I mean,
nice.
Everybody's gonna tune in and look at the kid. Can he throw a ball? Can he pass the ball?
Right?
It is almost at that level. Like, I can't imagine. Like, I can't imagine. Like, I'm cautiously optimistic that it's going to be great.
Now, Sherry, have you indulged yourself in any of those?
I was listening. Hell yeah, I was listening. I wasn't talking because I didn't want to fight, because people were like talking over each other.
Were there fights going back and forth?
Of course, amongst themselves, which is dumb.
Shit. Okay.
It was very
name names.
Silly.
Name names.
Oh, see, look, I could see my dog. That's great. See, he centers me, and he's like, "Don't engage in that bullshit." And I'm like, "You're a very smart Shih Tzu."
Chippy's a pretty smart one.
Yeah, he's pretty smart. Mm-hmm.
Roger, what's going on in your world that you want to get on? Anything going on in Cuyahoga Falls that you just, you see some shit going down?
I got a list.
Wow.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay. I got a list. How much time do we got left?
Hey,
I yield my time.
Yes, agreed.
Number one, traffic circles. Enter the traffic circle, get directly to the middle. Proceed around the circle until your exit, and exit at your exit with a turn signal. Do not ride on the outskirts of the circle. Stop doing it, you nitwits. You got to get to the middle and ride around. If you ride on the outskirts, nobody else can get in because they don't know what the fuck you're doing. All right, number two. Number two is, as Browns, I'm looking forward to Friday night, and as Browns fans, we're so desperate, just desperate, and when you're desperate, you do stupid shit when you're desperate, and we're just so desperate for a quarterback, for anything. We're putting the weight of the world on a kid. Let's not even say 5th round pick. Let's say he was a 2nd round pick. Right? Sure. Let's say he was a 2nd round pick. And let's look around the history of the NFL, how many 2nd round picks became franchise quarterbacks. All right. Mm-hmm. You're putting the weight of the world on this kid. You're already making excuses with the Browns are setting him up to fail. They drafted him to tank it. That just makes absolutely no sense. There was nobody holding a gun to their head. I mean, it's shitty of a shit dumpster fire the Cleveland Browns are. And as much as I hate them and hate Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry, they're not that stupid to do something. It just doesn't. They can't be that stupid. So that's driving me crazy that they're putting. You know what, man? He don't deserve to get that. I was pissed they drafted him because he doesn't deserve this. The poor fucking kid. He seems like a good kid. Seems like a nice kid. Seems like he works hard. He don't deserve the weight of a fucking city of 30 years of whatever, 20 some years of misery, lumped on his 5th round shoulders. Man, it's unfair. And you people are idiots. You're all morons. Stop. Give the kid a chance, man. The Cleveland Browns aren't trying to fail him on purpose. They're not trying to tank him. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And he's playing in a preseason game. And so what Carolina said, oh, we're going to start our starters for 12 plays, whatever, man. They're Carolina. Their first string is like a good NFL team's second string. So what the fuck are you worried about anyway? The preseason games are nothing but 3rd and 4th stringers. He's going to be playing against the same type of athletes, the same level of competition that he's practicing against. All the starters now practice in these scrimmages.
The one-on-ones.
That's where they get to work in. That's where they get to work in. And the coaches have said this. And the guys that are on the bubble and the 4th and the 5th round guys and the practice squad guys are the ones that are competing for the bottom of the roster, are the ones that are going to play in these preseason games. You know what, man? They missed the boat, and we got the Yinzer sitting here. And I told him if he buys the jersey, I'll wear it. But he's not allowed to do that with the card. They don't approve. You can't. The government don't let them charge jerseys. But I said I would wear it. And I'm a Michigan fan, and I think the Browns missed the boat on the Yinzer's quarterback. They got the Wildcat out of Arizona, right? Where did he go to school before he did a pit stop in Columbus? He was in Kansas State, right?
Yeah. Will Howard.
Yep.
Yeah,
Howard.
didn't he like fracture?
He's hurt.
Fractured.
Right now.
Yeah, he fractured a bone today.
Beat the Browns for the next. There's another thing that's going to buy. Will Howard's going to beat the Browns for the next 10 years, 2 times a year, like Roethlisberger.
Why does the Browns still list Dylan Gabriel at 3rd and Shadur Sanders at the 4th? And that's the most exciting thing that you guys are talking about, is because he really wasn't a great draft pick. He's really not a great quarterback. I don't think they're gonna do him dirty, but Kenny Pickett had the best preseason of Pittsburgh Steelers history 2 years ago, and he's still listed at your number 2. What is just from my perspective, what is the hype behind Shadur? I don't really think he's that good.
His accuracy.
He's prime time's baby.
Yeah,
but that's just nepotism. What does he actually bring to the table?
I think it's just 70% accuracy. If you watch him play, he makes plays. There's just something about him, and I don't know what Jay. I think that's the issue that many GMs had, because you're right. What exactly is it that he has? It's one of those things where he doesn't have maybe the metrics. But when he goes in and plays, things happen. I feel like that about Will Howard too. We look at him when it comes to all the quarterbacks the Buckeyes could have gotten, and even but he comes in and he just wins, and he makes. And obviously, it's unfortunate what happened with a broken bone or whatever like that. Mm-hmm. But I think he's in that same kind of a category where there's just some quarterbacks that I don't know, that just get things done. And then you look at some quarterbacks that either have a big arm, like Brandon Whedon had a big arm but nothing else, or you have these quarterbacks that are cerebral like Colt McCoy, but he had a noodle arm. So, it comes down to this. I don't think there's anything that Shadur does great, but his accuracy to me is the greatest thing about him. When you're 70%, Josh Allen was 57% coming out of Wyoming, and look what he turned into. So I think accuracy is one of those things you actually have, and so it translates. So, but you're right, Jay. That's a great point. I think looking at it that way,
Do you think he could be developed in Stefanski's system to be something great?
Here's the thing about Stefanski's system. I think any quarterback, if you just shut up and just do what Stefanski says, can be a quarterback that throws 25 to 30 touchdowns and under 10 interceptions. He made Baker Mayfield into that, Kirk Cousins type quarterback. He made Kirk Cousins
and then cut him as soon as he was good.
Okay.
Yeah. For real. And then what quarterback since then has listened to what he said?
Well, PJ Walker came in and won games. You had these quarterbacks.
Walker?
Well, that's the thing. He sucks. Okay, he sucks. We know that. I get that. But the point is this: if you just do what Stefanski says, but it also comes to predicated on running the football. And let's get into that. Can the Browns run the football this year? Are they going to be able to do that? Jay, what do you think?
I really think that you had the best running back in your division, probably my favorite running back you've ever had. And you did him dirty for 2 years and cut him.
Minka Fitzpatrick did him dirty.
Oh, that.
I don't think so. Maybe he had an injury, right? But he came back.
That was a dirty hit, Jay. He
Right.
targeted
Okay.
the knee.
Everybody gets hurt. So anyway, so he came back on a contract being hurt, and nobody gave him an extension. And he worked his ass off for you guys, and then you cut him at the end. And really, I don't think you have the backup running backs that you had if you would have kept Chubb. Like, honestly, he was the best running back you had. You can blame it on injury 2 years ago, but he had a previous injury too that wasn't Minka's fault. I don't think that you have the best running back possibility. And then when you're fighting for quarterbacks and you're dealing with either an old veteran or a Kenny Pickett, or going down to a unproven rookie quarterback that was drafted in the 5th round because nobody wanted him. Your running game needs to be solid right now, and I just don't think that you have it. I really don't.
Yeah. Sherry, what do you think? Brown's gonna be able to?
Yeah, no, I can't even express the despair that I still carry with the circumstance that was just spoken of, because I still have hope. I had hope for Nick Chubb coming back and being great.
Did you ever eat the cereal?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't eat the cereal, but I did get the comic book.
Okay.
And I was all excited, and I got all the Nick Chubb for season tickets. They sent us this commemorative ticket of Nick. It was Nick Chubb is who they picked to print on this hologram ticket thingy. And now I just look at it and it makes me weep because now he's in Texas eating amazing barbecue and hanging out with Vincent Wilfork on the weekend. And they're holes.
So you're saying Cleveland has shitty barbecue?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we got one restaurant.
Mabel's,
really.
Right? Mabel's.
Yeah, that's the one restaurant.
Right? Yeah,
we got one.
There it is. I knew, Jay, I knew it. I'm from Columbia. I even knew that. So,
Is that the truck stop that Roger met my mom at?
Whoa.
Oh.
Was it a clean truck stop?
It was.
Roger, expound. Okay, first off, can the Browns run the football? You can answer that, and then you're allowed to answer about the truck stop, about your mom.
Well, to begin with, what was the first part?
Can the Browns run the football this year? Can the Browns run the football?
I know. Hey, you know what, man? It really doesn't matter it does matter running backs we have, but it's going to depend on the O-line. It's going to depend on the new offensive line coach that Stefanski brought in to teach or to, reinstall his system or the Kubiak system it's going to be drone for. Didn't we sign a running back from the AUFA?
Yeah,
the
most
UFL.
touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He was like the best guy there in that league, right?
UFL.
So we got him going for us.
Yeah.
So no, it's like the running game is scary. It's scary. Hey, I'm hoping I wouldn't be any 1, 2, 3 wins. I'm good. I'm ready to get a franchise quarterback in next year's draft. I'm tanking for QB1. So, I'm hoping that they succeed in this plan that they got at running back, because it's not a really good one.
Yeah. I hate to, argue with that. And that's the thing. Either they're going to be good or they're bad or whatever the case may be. But if they can't run the football, I mean, I could definitely see 3 wins, maybe the ceiling for them. Roger, anything to anything to do with the truck stop with Jay and stuff you want to care to elaborate? I mean,
he keeps bringing it up because he wants to have a birthday party there.
Okay.
He wants to have a birthday party there because he was conceived in the bathroom before him. It's just a whole thing.
Yeah, I had my 6th birthday party there, and he bought me one of those crown hats, and it was to me it was a lot of memories. So we'll work through that offline, Roger.
The racks at the truck stop does a great birthday party.
Dang. Jay, I do got a question. You are in a hotel room. So people from Pittsburgh, when they go to a hotel room, do they buy their meth first or do they get the hooker first? How does that work?
First off, I'm in Ithaca, New York. So that's
shout out to
that.
Ithaca.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. So I mean,
I
All right,
am,
whatever.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
on the road. He
It's
gets
gorgeous.
the
so
It's
my
gorgeous.
territory is
Mhm.
all New York, so I'm not even in PA for the meth
Oh,
jokes. But
Okay. All right.
but I do appreciate the approach, sir.
Okay.
very
Thank
much.
you. Thank
Yeah.
Will you be stopping at Cornell for a looky at that? You know, when I
I'm
went,
5 minutes from Cornell.
you
right
should
here.
go there. You should go to where they feed the college kids because I think it was catered by like the Marriott and it was amazing. I went there like, I don't know, a while back. I
Yeah, you
mean,
look like a you'll get right in with that crazy beard. You look like a homeless
Well,
guy.
upstate
No.
New York.
you
That's
look
where the
like every
Look
stereotype
at right
upstate New
in.
Yorker, yeah.
Ithaca's
It's
like
gorgeous.
a mini Portland. It
Gorgeous.
is very
Gorgeous.
diverse area.
It's
So
extremely,
It
and they put
really is.
nets up because the kids like to fling
The
themselves
guy on
off
the
the
Route
high
8 off
bridges.
ramp.
The suicide rate
They
at
do.
Ithaca. I mean, Ivy Leagues, man.
Yeah, that'll get you.
That'll get.
Programming note to anybody out there: Chuck is not in the green room. There might not be Chuck tonight. So you know what? He actually, he DM'd me and said, "So should I come on tonight?" And I said, "I said, did you have any part in the Guardian sweep of the New York Mets?" And of course he didn't. So that Jay, that goes to the point of you people come on, and you're like you demand to come on. And you know what? Honestly, you made a good point in your monologue. That's what we need, Jay. So
I don't demand to come on. This is my show. It's
okay,
part
so
of my
it's
show.
even better.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
I'm 10% partner into this bullshit.
Okay.
Like don't even worry about this.
All right.
I've been here for a long time, bro.
Okay. All right. Well, that's
All right.
Good stuff. Good
I
stuff.
have a perfect. I wish that Chuck would come on because I was at an Akron Rubber Ducks game and I have a perfect dating plan for him mapped out. I saw at least four potential dates for him. Now they're Rubber Ducks / Guardian fans, so they're minor league, right? But with some work, and if they spend time together, he can bump up and get promoted and move up to the big leagues and be full-fledged Guardian fans. But I saw at least four that they'd be dating and going to games together. And you know what? Maybe Chuck needs to go down to the minor leagues for a little bit and start dating. He's trying to date up there. He's trying to date in the big leagues, and maybe he needs to go hang out at the minor league ballpark.
You know what?
He's optioning this guy.
There.
Jay.
What?
Roger says he needs to go down to the minor leagues. I'm thinking this. Maybe he needs to expand his pool of applicants. Maybe be a switch hitter, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, right. Or like
Right?
maybe there's a trade option. But
Right.
I mean, he's out of minor league options, man. Like you
Right.
You just gotta pick him up on the waivers. You know what I mean? Like,
When we first met him, I thought he was gay. Well, I thought Andy was Jew too. So
Roger hit it.
True. I mean, Andy does fit the bill.
He never.
Oh, guys.
We were
guys.
together.
Oh, he's
all
really good with
season.
money. And you're like, yeah, like
His glasses are super thick.
super thick.
He's a well-to-do white guy on the east side. That usually means Jewish.
Yeah,
we
usually
did
that's
a
my
show
hood.
together. Our first season, we're leading up to Christmas, and I was like, man, he hasn't said a word about Christmas, not one thing. And then I started doing
He's a
things like,
hater.
hey, it's that time of year, and still nothing, not even a jingle bell. And so I'm thinking, oh, he's definitely Jewish, And I asked him, and he said, no, he's not. He said he's I think he's Seventh Adventist. I don't know what he is.
Adventist? Seventh-day Adventist?
No, he's not. No, he's not. They're just regular people. They're just regular people.
Regular people.
But leading up to, I didn't know because he wouldn't cry. I couldn't crack him. He wouldn't even.
Jehovah's Witness, the house of 144,000.
Well, he never knocked on my door, so I ruled that out. He never knocked on the door. So.
My grandma back in the day, God rest her soul, when she the Jehovah's Witnesses would come up and knock on the door, and it was around Christmas time, and so she would get out her decorations as soon as they would, but they seemed to scramble as soon as they saw that. So hey. But season's greetings to everybody out there and whatever you are. Happy holidays. So hey, Jay, we're very inclusive.
And so nobody's accusing you of being non-inclusive, but that was a good recovery, buddy.
Thank you. We do have to get into some sports tonight because I don't want Andy to come back at me and said, you were unscripted and it was like a shit show, and it kind of, like I said, it was me being lazy tonight.
Oh my God!
We will do a. we will do a spit, sip, chug. It's kind of like what we've been doing anyway. So spit, sip, chug, a game with so much claim and a fame. Yes, I did give it its name. I'm going to say a statement's a statement. Don't question my statement. So we got that out of the way. And I think we'll start with you, Jay. The statement being Cleveland fans care too much about sports. Cleveland fans care too much about sports.
Sip. Because honestly, you don't care any more than anybody else. You just had a 60 years of struggle, but you still are great fans. So I'm just gonna sip on that one.
Okay.
Wait, what happened to the spit chug person, the AI guy?
Oh, Chug, but he's off tonight.
He took off too?
Well, he like I said, he had a special message for Lysandra last night. He has a crush on Lysandra. He's trying to mac on her. So he took the night off tonight because I think next week he's coming really hard for her because he's trying to make it play. He's making it play.
First of all,
it checks out.
We fired him. We fired him, and we got the new sexy Chug bot that likes me.
the sultry.
You have a girl?
The sultry, yes. We fired the British dude. And we got the sultry girl in that likes me. She got a thing for me.
Oh, okay. Commodore 64.
Wow. Sherry, what are you doing on that one? Statement being Cleveland fans care too much about sports or something like that.
I'm sip on that. I've never lived in a big sports town before. I mean, San Diego, that doesn't count. It's more transient than like any other. I mean, we won't talk about San
nice
Diego.
weather, though. Nice weather.
No, don't count with the Padres this year.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
so I think for the amount of major league sports that Cleveland has, which is so much, and the incredible minor league hockey team, I think, I don't think it's gonna sip on that.
I think 2 sips equal a chug, but we'll, whatever. Whatever.
I mean, we should be, pumping the hockey team a little more, but that's just my opinion.
Your hockey team down in Florida won the Stanley Cup back-to-back years, so
Back
you
to
got
back.
hockey fever on your mind. Nothing wrong.
What a world we live in. They're winning Stanley Cups in Florida.
Not just Florida, Roger. Sunrise, which is on the tip of the Everglades at the bottom, closer to the bottom of the state. So,
Jay, just because a female said tip doesn't mean you have to get excited.
It's on the tip, Roger. Don't worry.
It's on the tip.
It's
Florida.
It's the edge of
It's
the
a hot
Everglades.
tip, Roger.
Yeah.
Hey, Ed, I'm chugging on Cleveland fanatics
Yes.
being too crazy about sports.
Okay.
They're fanatics.
Yeah.
Now, if you said it's Cleveland citizens, too crazy about sports.
Oh.
And it made it give me something to think about. But
That's
of course
classy.
they are. They're. You know what? The biggest thing that you ever read and you see this that Cleveland fans are knowledgeable. That is the biggest pile of bullshit I've ever read in my life. There's the big. At least maybe X is just collecting idiots. I don't know, but I haven't come across maybe 3 of them that know what the fuck they're talking about. I got 20-year-olds that want to tell me about the Cleveland Browns. I got pom-poms in the back that are older than that. I guess I'm chugging on the fanatics being ridiculous about the Browns. I'm chugging.
Okay.
Ooh, wow, Roger's chugging.
We do have Chuck in the green room. I'm going to chug as well.
All right, Chuck.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Future.
Can we call him AAA Chuck?
We can call it. We're going to get him on in a second. But I'm chugging. Why? Cleveland, smallest city with 3 sports teams. Yes, it's a major identity of Cleveland. When your biggest nickname is the mistake on the lake, kind of like gravitating towards sports it's not a bad thing because you have so many potholes to run over and
so many
other factors.
You see the sinkhole.
Right.
Cleveland's
Browns
a
fans to run over.
Yeah. But no, I love Cleveland. Fuck you, Jay. We're moving on. We're gonna bring on Chuck. Here's the deal. The Guardians.
There he is.
Big sweep in Queens. The king of Queens are the Cleveland Guardians. We got Chuck on. Welcome to the show, Chuck.
What's up, family? How we doing?
Cheers,
Chuck.
Chuck.
What's up, Chuck?
Chuck, what
What's
did
up,
I tell
guys?
you? Didn't I
Yeah.
tell you, Chuck?
How great is this, guys? Are you kidding me? This is amazing. What a time to be alive. This is incredible. It's wow. First of all, it's so good to see everybody. Sherry, it's been
I
forever.
know.
So nice,
Hugs.
so nice to see you. How you doing, brother? I don't think we've ever met. I'm Chuck. Ed, Roger, you're my guys. I love you guys.
You're good. You should
up,
go
man?
get a hooker to celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck,
Hey Jay,
Juan?
you lonely in that hotel? Ithaca, New York, right?
I'm-
Ithaca, New York.
I'm just.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm not
it's not
lonely.
far from me. I'm just on cloud nine.
Right, he's right down the street.
I'm
I was-
so fucking happy. Are you kidding me, guys?
I was just thinking
Wow.
about Juan
Hey.
Soto.
Yeah.
When Gavin Williams struck out Frankie Lindor in the ninth
Oh,
inning. Huh?
that elevated my life to a higher and greater place. It really did. I'm
I
not
didn't
kidding.
care.
I
didn't
felt
care that
like-
he gave up the bomb. I didn't
It
care.
was
after
gay.
that.
Roger, that curveball on Lindor to strike him out in the ninth, like my soul like elevated to a higher place.
It wasn't Lindor that hit the home run.
Oh,
the kid went
yeah.
out there and threw 9 score. Man,
I was shocked they let them in so long. I was getting nervous that the pitch count was getting up there because we need
he
him.
was in the 6th inning. He was already at like
Yeah,
80,
he had like a 30
Yeah,
pitch
man.
second inning or something like that.
7th inning,
So I was
yeah.
But it would have been nice if he got it. But a sweep in New York versus the Mets, I don't think it's ever. That is insane on the road too.
Not even. You know what? Let's set that aside. And let's take a look at the floundering Detroit Tigers. What are they
Yeah,
doing? They're doing
Roger, 7 games.
They're doing exactly what I said they were going to be doing by this time in August. They're
Yes,
hitting
you
the
did.
ball.
Everybody
They're
shat on
running
you
on
for
the gas.
it.
They tried to patch up the bullpen with 3 mistakes. None of them worked out. One night, one dude they picked up at the trade deadline got shelled the other day.
Chris
So
Paddock got
Detroit's falling
destroyed.
apart as we're trending. So, hey, Chuck, I got a whole shift gears here. I was at a Rubber Ducks game, and I was on the prowl for you. I was looking up, and I saw at least 4 viable dateable women for you that are
Yeah.
full-fledged baseball fanatics. They had the one lady had earrings on and like a chain with the rubber duck. You might have to start in the minor leagues, Chuck.
I
You
I
might
always
have to
start in the minor.
minor leagues.
I love the
and
minor
move up.
leagues.
You could promote them
That
quick.
sounds kind of.
Yeah, can we call it AAA? Can we call it AAA instead of
AAA.
minor
Release
league?
the
Yes,
Epstein
minor
file.
Call me anything you want. I don't care. I love the minor leagues.
Hey,
You
now.
can promote them,
Triple.
and hey, when the guards are on the road, you can catch some duck games, and you guys can live in peace and harmony forever.
Wow.
You move down here, get your ass in this area, and we're gonna hook you up. We're gonna get you dating.
I appreciate that, Roger. I really appreciate that. Did you see Cooper Ingle and Travis Bazzana though?
Bazzana had they lost. We went last Friday and they lost like 10-3. He had
Oh,
one of
okay.
the RBIs. He hit the ball solid all 3 at bats.
Yeah,
he
he's the
was
future of the organization. He's the future of the organization. And Cooper Ingle,
Well,
guys.
he hit the ball. But he's a year away. He's a
Yeah.
year away. You know, he needs
Yeah,
to be
but
almost next
Cooper
year.
Ingle is exciting. That's an exciting player
Cooper
right there
Ingle,
too.
That's
For
the kid that's the kid. Right there.
left-handed hitting catcher. That's exciting. That's always exciting.
Let's
So-
give the show back to Ed. Ed, I'm
Chuck,
sorry.
nobody
I jumped in there.
cares about what the Guardians are doing on the field, but we need to know. We need to know on the Dawg Chug. So the Guardians are like winning now and doing some good things. What have you been doing differently because like I asked you, you said should I come on, and I'm thinking to myself, no, but we'll have you on. But then you said, then I say to you, what did you do to help the Guards sweep the Mets? So tell us, Chuck, is there something in your routine that you've changed up recently that you've done differently to help the Cleveland Guardians? Because Chuck, you live or die with the Guards, and I feel.
do.
Yeah,
I do.
So
Did you get a
is
hot
different,
dog?
Chuck? What's
Did you
different?
get a hot dog Hawaiian shirt too?
That's my Guardian shirt.
A Guardian shirt will work.
Yeah. As you guys know, my mood goes with the Guardians go. So yeah, let's just say I made some changes in my life, and they've won 7 out of 8.
Like what? Give us one, Chuck. Give us one.
I'm exercising 2 times a day. I'll say that. I'm walking all the way along, and and some other stuff too. And yeah, basically, we're the best team in the American League since it happened. So,
I can't stop now.
Yeah, also doing other stuff. Then yeah, it's a great time to be alive. This is fantastic.
Do you have a shrine?
I don't, but I pray for the Guardians every night before I go to sleep. I'll say that.
Jay, Jay, you obviously have a different perspective a little bit because you're an outsider per se, but what do you think of Chuck's love towards the Guardians
I mean, they're what, a game and a half, 2 games out of even wild card status. Like you need to just like calm down a little bit. You think the Yankees are going to tank? Like let's slow the roll and go to the next series. Thank you for beating the Mets because the Mets are trash, but you have a longer no hit than almost Super Bowl drought. You have 44 years without a no hit, and you ruin that tonight on a Juan Soto home run. So let's just kind of calm down. I get we're Cleveland fans, and little wins are big wins, but I think we need to reset.
I agree with you.
Reset a little bit.
What you said is completely valid. I just can't calm down. I'm not capable of it. It's I can't. I'm serious.
You personally, that's great, man.
I can't help myself. Like I live and die and breathe and feel how they're doing. It's OCD. I literally I haven't missed a. I don't remember last time I missed a game, but I can't. It's just who I am. I don't know if they lose, you don't want to be around me. If they win, cloud 9. That's just how I. And the offseason, I'm on autopilot.
I'm just because I'm a Braves fan, and it's been a rough year, bro.
Yeah, you're bandwagon.
It's been a rough year, but you're going to be okay. And you got a World Series in the last 5 years, so you're going to be okay.
Absolutely.
Ridiculous injuries and some underperforming, but you'll be fine.
Lots of injuries.
Yeah, I need to go ahead, Roger.
Hey, Chuck. I know I felt like you today. I'm going to explain. I was driving home from work, and it's the 9th inning. Right. And I don't, sometimes I take the turnpike and I'm headed to get on the turnpike. I'm like, I don't want to get on the turnpike. We're getting ready to start the bottom of 9. I don't want to be on the turnpike if I'm going nuts,
Oh my God.
With this. So I took the long way home, Stowe Road, and I'm driving down. And when at the bottom, I almost ran off the road right around the railroad tracks on 303 by 303. And I thought of you. I was like, man, I feel like Chuck right now. This close. They haven't. You know what, man? I may have been the one that jinxed it. I text my son. I was like, "Hey, turn on the Guardians game." But Tom Hamilton was jinxing them since the 6th inning.
Yeah, he was.
He was talking about throwing a no hitter since the 6th. But I sent my son a text. Hey, turn on the ball game. Blah 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 blah. As soon as he turned it on, he said. As soon as he turned it on, Soto hit the home run. As soon as the TV came on, he saw the home run. So it might have been my fault, Cleveland. I'm sorry.
What I started doing is I watch the game on the TV and I listen and I mute the TV and I listen to the radio on my phone, have it next to the TV, and then I rewind. Then I've paused to make sure the TV and the radio are lined up correctly. Yeah, that's what I do sometimes.
What I was thinking about, though,
I love
Hammy. What I was thinking about, what they started talking about, it's the first time, it would have been the first time since Lenny Barker. Well, when Barker threw his perfect game, I was in a parking lot playing baseball on Goodwold Avenue.
It's
and
amazing.
My buddy's dad came outside and brought us all in the house to watch him throw the top of the 9th.
Damn, Roger,
I really didn't even realize what I was watching at the time. So I'm like, I better tell my kid so he can see a part of history. And I sent him the text.
So that's
Roger,
that's a wild story. It's a little sad that it's taken us that long to have a no-hitter, but
I was 11
what is it, about
years old
42 years? That's pretty wild.
Yeah,
other teams have like no-hitters like 90s, the 2000s.
Okay,
we have
Chuck.
Yeah.
I just want to say this. Who gives a fuck? You know what the biggest drought is? 1948 winning a World Series. Who gives a shit if your pitcher throws a no-hitter or a perfect game? I want a damn World Series. Like these individual awards, like Cleveland, you love individual awards. Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year. Kevin Stefanski, Coach of the Year. Who gives a fuck? Win the damn title. Jay, you'd have to agree, right?
Well, Ed, we won this. We swept the Mets.
Look where
we were 2 weeks ago. Look at where we were 2 weeks ago.
No Super Bowls in your last championship being 1960 fucking.
No, it was 9. The Cavs won in 2016.
Does Cleveland only care about the participation trophy?
I know. Like
besides Myles Garrett, was there anybody else to get a participation trophy?
I mean, Kevin Stefanski.
Man, it really sucks we lost in 2016. I can't believe they lost that game.
Yeah, I know. Jay doesn't give us the Cavs any credit for 2016. That's fine.
I can't believe they lost that game 7. It still hurts to this day.
I can't believe 9 years ago.
Yeah, that Andre Iguodala, that was awesum when he made that layup.
I didn't go to my best friend's wedding after game 7.
The Penguins, the Penguins are so bad at hockey that Pittsburgh fans hate the NBA. It's
You know
crazy.
how many
They hate.
championships the Penguins
hate
have?
it.
It's
You know,
been a
Mario
very
Lemieux,
long. It's
You
been
weren't
a
even
very
born.
long
You weren't
time
even
since
born.
the Penguins were
They didn't
relevant,
even
though,
work.
which is unfortunate. I
I
mean,
used to
Sydney's as
play
old as we
Sega in
are now.
1992 NHL.
That was 94 was the best one. I think.
94. That was
Sid,
94.
Sid
It was
is no
actually 91.
longer a kid. I mean, the rivalry between the Red Wings and the Penguins, that was fun. Now the Penguins are, no offense, irrelevant. Like, when were the last time they were in decent playoff
They won,
shape?
when they won the Stanley Cup with Sidney Crosby. When that how many years
Actually,
ago?
you know what?
Forever
I
ago.
can't remember the last time the Cleveland hockey team was in.
I have a
what was
question.
that?
Thanks,
I
Well,
have
Jay.
they
a
were
question.
just in the the Cleveland hockey
You-
team,
you
the
mean
minor leagues
your
were in
minor
the
league
Calder
team?
Cup. We were in the championship.
They won it in
We were in
2016. They won it.
Well,
in
they
2016.
did, and they were just in the playoffs.
They were just in it. Lost to
They were
Hershey. I
just
think.
in it, which
Hershey
the Penguins were not in the playoffs at all.
Yeah.
Hershey's like an hour where I live. That's
Okay,
my
the
team.
Hershey
Hershey
Bears.
are my team.
Gotcha. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
NHL 94.
I'm
Absolutely.
really glad your minor league hockey team won something 9 years ago.
I got.
Yeah.
I
You
have,
guys are such amazing people that you just hang your hat on like such sad little details.
Ed, call on me.
Roger.
Call
Roger.
on me. Call
Roger.
on me.
Roger.
First of all, this Spacewalker Great Lakes 8
Yeah.
point is fantastic.
Ooh,
I'm
he's
3
drinking
in
an
and it's
eight-pointer.
working.
And he's
And it's
still
working. I
awake.
got in a fight with the garage beer guys. It's just
Yeah, you did.
mass-produced piss that they put in a can of
Yeah,
mine.
you did.
It's fucking horrible. But what I'm breaking in for, I want to ask this, and I don't think anybody's ever asked him on the show. I've never asked a Pittsburgh native. Why are all three of your sports teams like the same color? Is it a high school? Is that like your high school level? Is it varsity?
You mean the black
What
and
is
yellow?
going
Black and
on
gold?
with that? Have some variety.
Okay.
Have
well,
some get.
imagine naming your team the Browns and your jerseys are orange.
And the
They're
reason
not,
I
they're
ask
white.
is because I'm saddled
White
with
and
these
orange?
colors.
And brown.
No,
No, they're not.
I'm
They're barely
saddled with
brown.
these
They were brown
colors.
like. Well, because we have identity. Have you tried
dude,
that?
they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Our high school, and now I'm a Cuyahoga Falls Black Tiger. Our yins are colors, and I'm like,
How
oh,
do you
there's
like
a Black
it?
Tiger, and it's a Penguin fan. I'm like, oh, there's a Black Tiger, and it's a Steeler fan. I'm like, oh, look, there's a Black Tiger hat,
Or it's an
and a
Iowa
Pirate hat.
Hawkeye.
Oh,
Oh,
good call it. Good catch.
Jesus,
Yeah.
In the
Mix
Heights,
it
the
up a little.
Cleveland, the Heights.
I'll be
still
honest. I'll be
uses
honest
black
with you.
and yellow.
I like the fact that Pittsburgh's got unified colors. I've always thought that was a pretty cool thing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, we could hate on them all we want to, but I think it's pretty cool if you're a fan that it kind of makes it easier for your attire. Because let's be real, Cleveland colors for all their three sports are so.
And they painted the bridges yellow, Ed. They painted the bridges yellow.
They have a lot of
They
yeah.
did.
Now that's true.
Lots
That
of
is true.
bridges.
That's
do not talk
Mhm.
shit about Roberto Clemente. Or
It's
I'm
a
coming over there,
beautiful
Rhino.
bridge. It is a beautiful
And-
bridge.
And when you span yellow bridges over sewer and water infested rivers, and it's not good.
Well, the problem
Listen.
with but their rivers didn't catch on fire like Cleveland.
It happened once.
That's how we clean them.
You don't clean them.
Cleansed by fire. Yes.
You know what?
It's
And I
sanitized it.
don't love black and yellow because between you and I, white people don't look good in yellow. So like it's
You're
harder
right.
for me to
You're
put
right.
yellow on me and
You're
look
right.
good. I look
Dude.
so like it's a tough color for me to love, but
That's
I love
true.
that
You're
all
right.
three teams.
White
are
people
black and
cannot
yellow.
pull off
Who would
yellow.
have thought Jay would be very bougie about our fashion take tonight? Good job,
That's a
Jay.
hot fashion take.
That's a hot.
yeah.
That's a hot take. That's a hot
I'm
take.
trying to be I'm trying to be more Ed. You know what I
There you
mean? Like
go.
I'm
Well,
trying
there you
to
go.
learning
Yeah,
my
I
shit.
appreciate that. But we are getting close to the 1 hour. I want to do one more thing real quick. I thought, okay, how do we end this big, beautiful show, this unscripted, chaotic
Sure.
times that we've had? And I thought, okay, go around the horn, and we'll start with you, Chuck. Think of once when you were a child or anywhere between 8 and 16 or whatever. Think of one thing that you wanted in sports that either has
minor.
happened that you want to talk about or hasn't happened and you can't wait till it happens. What is the one big dream that you have as a sports fan?
Cleveland World Series. Same old story.
Okay.
I've been dreaming about it. Never got it. Closest I ever got. You know what? The World Series versus the Marlins. I don't really. I was very young, and we all remember 2016. I'll do anything to have that game back. Anything, but hopefully we'll get it.
Damn, Chuck, you
And
always
go to
sober
me
to show.
last.
I like, honestly, guys, people love it when Chuck's happy. The best Chuck is when he's
Happy
on the
Chuck
leg.
is
Happy
the,
Chuck's
on
my
is the
favorite
best Chuck.
Chuck.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
this guy. He's all right.
Yeah.
I
Happy
think
Chuck,
about
good Chuck.
that day. Like I'd say, like at least once a week.
It was a very balmy day. I'll still go back to October 26th, 1997, when they lost. That haunts me a little bit more. But Jay, go to you. What was one of your childhood dreams? I mean, you're a Pittsburgh fan, so they've all come true, right?
So no, but like, and this is a hard question for me because honestly, as a Steelers fan, a Penguins fan, and a Braves fan, I have seen multiple championships in my life. So it's like, okay, I almost want you to do it again, right? My disappointments are, hey, losing to the Packers in the Super Bowl. Now I have Aaron Rodgers on my team, so redemption. But I don't know how to answer that question. I feel like I'm spoiled, but in reality, I'm humble because of that, because I know that I have certain experiences in my professional sports loving career that some of you haven't. And that's where I think I differ from other people, other Steelers fans, where they're just so spoiled with winning it or having championships or whatever that they expect it. And I've been at least around long enough to understand that I was there when it wasn't good, and I respect it. And I just know that I was blessed with some of these points in my life. So.
Well, okay, Jay, that's awesome. You're blessed. Sherry.
Well,
the unblessed. Actually, Sherry, you got your hockey. You got your Florida.
I got back-to-back Stanley Cups. However, I
However.
have to thank the Columbus Blue Jackets for getting rid of Sergei Bobrovsky, because he was our goalie number one in winning both Stanley Cups. And so thank you, Columbus, for your sacrifice
You're
in our
welcome.
benefit.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. So that's a childhood dream. Who would have thought South Florida hockey?
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Back-to-back Stanley Cups, right? So I'm still riding high on that. I mean,
Well,
it's
tell
62,
us a disappointment
62
then,
days.
because we know you love
Disappointment.
Cleveland.
It is great to have Sherry on back on Dawg Chug. She is awesome, and
She's taking your spot, Chuck. She's taking your spot from now on.
That's fine. I can't. Sherry's the best. I can't. I got nothing on Sherry.
I mean, I'm a hockey fan. 62 days till the boys report back. I am fired up already. Learning to deal with disappointment after moving here to Cleveland is something new for me. So tempering expectations, not getting attached to players, just really going dead inside is something new for me as, a Browns fan. So again, as an idiot season ticket holder, like, I'm dumb. I'm throwing money at this stupid team to hurt my feelings. So that's something still I'm learning to deal with. I'm segmenting it now and only letting them hurt me little bits of the way. So I am, segmenting and trying to guard and protect my feelings a tiny bit as the season moves forward.
Well, that's a smart move considering they're going to suck. Roger.
And repeating to me, my mind went.
He went to his nothing box.
Of those guys. Listen to all three of them to repeat exactly the base. What you said.
Yeah.
Ed,
what's
the question?
Statement.
What do you look?
Oh, well, I didn't know. Well, I was going to ask you, how many have you drank in the last 10 minutes?
They're 8%ers.
Yeah, they're 8%ers. Basically, I was saying, as a child from 8 to 16, you had a sports dream or something that's either happened or not happened. Either tell us about the disappointment that it hasn't happened, or tell us that you're so happy that it happened. Either one.
Man, I don't know, man. As a kid, of course, I kind of lived in an alternate fantasy world because my life was like kind of shitty. So, my whole view of sports today is like just really shifted to, like Sherry just said, there's no way I'm putting money in Jimmy Hassel's fucking pocket. It's over my dead body. But it's because I got 3 boys upstairs that play sports, and it's like my biggest like disappointment between those ages is that I really never I don't know, man. It was more I love the game of baseball. I don't care about winning the World Series as much as I enjoyed 162 games. You know what I mean? Of course, the goal is to win the World Series. That's the goal. But man, I just love the game of baseball. You know, I think that instantaneous euphoria when you win a champion, like the Cavs championship. You know what I mean? It's come and gone. You know, and it's
Yeah.
you know, the season that led up to that, you know, is forgotten. Where it, I don't know, man. I'm not I think my biggest thing today with sports is watching my sons like compete and succeed. You know what I mean? It's like over anything that I give a shit the Browns or the Guardians or anybody do. It's like I'm like back down to like that minimal level of sports where like just watching my fifth grader out there getting his ass kicked by sixth graders every night and getting up and loving it. You know what I mean? And getting back in there and putting his hand back in the dirt and going back after it is better than anything Miles fucking Garrett could do this year. I promise you that. You know what I mean? So maybe I'm just like very get off my lawn at this point of my life. And gratefully I have boys that are, you know, I'm not living vicariously through kids because I was good at sports and I didn't, you know, there's nothing that I wish I would accomplish, you know what I mean? That I have to live through my sons. I'm enjoying their accomplishments. There's a big difference, you
Fair
know?
enough.
So like watching Jack out there fucking put it on some sixth graders is bigger to me than anything the Browns are going to do this fucking year. You know,
Right.
man, I don't
And
know.
he's older than the Cavs championship, right?
Thank you,
He-
Jay. Thank you.
Hey, I'll tell you what he's older than. No, I won't.
Okay.
Beautiful answer. I'm gonna say I want
He
to say
was
this.
born on the day the Ohio State Buckeyes won not their last championship, the
2014,
prior one.
2015. Yeah.
He was born on that day.
January, whatever, 2015. I'm going to go real quick here and say this. I am nothing like Chuck. I am nothing like Chuck. I'm nothing. Everybody out there, I am nothing like Chuck. But Chuck, you are absolutely right. My dream is for a Cleveland World Series. My first game was April 23rd, 1989 at Municipal Stadium, a 5-0 loss to the Yankees.
Wow.
And at that time, I only cared about seeing the green grass and seeing those Cleveland Indians play baseball. But then the 90s happened. And then, you know, I fell in love with Cleveland again, all over again, 455 sellouts, consecutive sellouts. And Jacobs Field, you can say what you want, but it's still the crown jewel on Carnegie and Ontario, the corner. And so to me, it's like, winning a championship, a World Series means more than a Brown Super Bowl because there's something about baseball. And I know kids nowadays, it's not the same anymore. Even with football, it's not the same. People don't play it anymore because of concussions and shit. But I just think there's something about baseball and the romanticism that there is in the city of Cleveland. I think Pittsburgh's a great city. You know, the Steelers represent, the Penguins represent, but nothing's better than the Pittsburgh Pirates being good. And it kind of sucks. You have a beautiful ballpark, but they're not the, you know, We Are Families.
It's such a nice ballpark.
It is.
Wow.
You know, Dave Parker smoking a heater in the dugout, winning championships in the late 70s. So, no, so that's my dream. I am nothing like Chuck.
I love the Pirates, man. We are family.
Yeah.
I'm old enough. None of you guys are old enough to actually remember them, and I am. Dave Parker. I mean,
well, that's why we have you on the show, Roger, for the
Louis
geriatric crowd.
Man,
Who brought their dad to the show? You know?
Well, speaking of it, I do have to get to this. A force of nature by default. Actually, you know what? You brought it tonight. You are the listener, the contributor of the show.
I wish. Hey.
Yep.
I want him to send an address. This T-shirt is going out. This is one of the, I was sick and I hurt my arm, so I couldn't get around to it. But this is the random T-shirt from the back of my. I got on vacation. It's greeting from Manahawkin, New Jersey. So it's a random T-shirt on the back. Is going to. I signed it. Chief Stay Golden, Roger First Dawg Chug. Is going to the Chief Bendejo. This shirt, I'm going to mail it out to him. Okay. So, Forces of Nature have won this week's random T-shirt from the back of my basement.
Yes.
And if he sends us an address, I'll get it out to him. And it's a good one. There's a good one back there I saw when I pulled but the cheapened ale needed a double X. I got a large back there that's nice.
Okay.
The next winter. So,
Well, on that note, there's no way to better end a show than that. Andy's gonna be mad. I'm 9 minutes over. Hey, Andy. So what? Okay.
Why
Everybody,
is he
get your
mad at
drinks. Get
us?
your drinks. Everybody. Friday, big game in Cleveland. I heard it's your Super Bowl. Go Shador Sanders. Go Browns. Go Guards. Chuck, you got last words. We'll give Chuck last words.
Guard chug, baby, all day, all night.
Or Chug all day. Drink them if you got them.
Okay,
Thanks for
baby.
tuning
Hey,
in.
Andy.
I love you. I love you, Andy.
we miss you, Andy.
I don't.